He watched a tear hit the tip.
Welcome back. Our next guest, Michael Hicks, has a swagger all his own, and he is back with us today to share some of his unique and absolutely fabulous music. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm so sad because I wasn't here when you were here last time.
I know, we
missed
missed
you.
you.
I was on vacation. But now I get to experience.
You haven't experienced the experience that is Michael.
I can't wait. Well, tell me about your performance and what makes your music so different.
I guess what makes me different from other performers is there's a lot of people that can sing, there's a lot of people that can dance, but I consider myself more of an entertainer. I truly do. I like to engage the crowd. I like to make people laugh, like to make people cry. I like to just make everybody come to a show and just really enjoy themselves.
You know, last time you were on, my grandmother loved you. She was like, he is just so entertaining. You need to have him back every Friday.
He needs to comb his hair, but he's entertaining.
She thought you were delightful.
How did you know that this was your path, that this was the way that you were going to touch people?
You know, ever since I was 7 years old, like a lot of singers, performers, I grew up singing in my church when I was 7 years old. And my grandfather was a musician. He played piano for Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys. So I grew up kind of listening and watching musicians. And then when I was 14, I started my first band, and I started acting and doing all sorts of different stuff. So it was right then I knew once you get bitten with that bug, you know, that's what you want to do from here on out.
And I think some people are either born with it. Like I think people, it's just in their blood. Like they just they don't get stage fright. They love entertaining. They love making people laugh, making people cry, like you said, making people smile. And it's nice to see people with that natural ability. That's like, well, this there was never a question that I was going to do this.
Yeah, well, there's always work. I mean, everybody. I always feel like, you know, you can always get better at your craft and practice. But I guess you could say that there was some was instilled at me at a little age. So
when you look at young performers today, and you know, kids out there that might be watching who want to follow in your footsteps, do you encourage them to be entertainers? Don't just be a singer, be a performer.
You know, yes and no. I kind of encourage to, you know, God gives us all different talents, and so that's why I say, you know, find the talents that work best for you and utilize them to the best of your ability. You know, some people may be able to sing better than others. People may be able to dance or interview or talk, or you know, some people are just better looking than some people, you know, so I mean, it's kind of, I say use the talents that God gives you and use them to the full ability.
How about when they're getting kicked down, or when they keep getting rejected, or when how did you stay positive, and how did you stay on your path when people kept trying to kick you off?
A lot of good conversations with mom and dad, and a lot of good conversations with the wife and friends and family. But I think really is, and I know this sounds cliche, but it really is those rejections and all the no's that continue to build you and kind of make you either the performer or the person that you are. And that's what I can say for me is the more rejections, the more just made me want to keep going further.
Well, we are excited that you are back, and
I'm glad to be
I am
here.
excited for Lisa to get to hear you and see you perform.